Welcome back, everyone. It's fourth and goal. We've got Tommy.
Yo!
We've got Eric.
Happy football day!
And we have Katie.
Good morning.
All right. Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing on the panel today?
Let's go. I'm excited.
I'm excited for today. Heck yeah. Today's a big day, big football day.
Absolutely. All right, let's see who's in the chat here. We've got Butterfinger. Welcome, Butterfinger. We also have CPP Pumpkin King, better known as Freedom. Joe CPP fam. Good morning, bud. DJ, welcome for coming. Thank you. Oh, Sugar Bean. Oh, Sugar is here on time today. That's good. This is a first. That's good.
We got someone new in there, J-Land.
Casey. Good morning, Casey. I see you have some good news there too. We'll get to that as well. Dustin, good morning. Yes, down to the wire for the competition pool. Let's see who else we have here. The Rip is back. What's up, Rip? Oh, there she is, Mortal. We haven't seen her all week, but thank you for showing to this at least. Maybe we'll see you in Gilded at some point. Yep. Who's this? J-Land. No, J-Land was here last week too, I believe. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Tommy 111 always here. Thank you, Tommy.
Yep.
Mary Lou, CPP. Hey,
it's
Mary
James.
Lou. Yep, that's James. Absolutely. Let's see here. Oh, who's this? Laura Amos watching from Texas. New here. Welcome aboard. Thank you for coming. All righty.
Yo,
everybody.
Laura.
Yes, welcome aboard. So we had some serious games that happened last week.
Yeah.
Really kind of before we get into those, I guess I probably should address this. So, the Dallas Cowboys played the Cincinnati Bengals. We thought everything was looking good, but it ended up not being as good as we wanted. At least the fans of Dallas wanted. It's unfortunate. They are stating at this stage that they have a 1% chance of making playoffs, which is horrible.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There is a chance.
1% chance.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. But let's go ahead before we get really into things. I do want to kind of recap that. This is exactly what happened. And hey, welcome aboard, Killing Time. Thanks for coming. Yeah, I know, Tommy. Tommy says, "Oh, I've never seen a team lose because they blocked a punt."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They say it was reminded a lot of people of that Miami game with Leon Lett. I think we highlighted that around Thanksgiving. But anyways, this is what happened here. In case anybody didn't see it, but here it is.
Blocked. And picked up by Cincinnati. So it was touched by Dallas, and that gave Cincinnati a chance to recover and get the ball. Exactly, yeah.
So, we all seen it, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a bad way to possibly go out, which is a real good chance they're going to go out. But we did have some other people actually recreate this momentous moment here. Let's take a look at that.
Fuck.
Dude, I love that guy on TikTok. I follow him. It's so good.
Yeah,
He's so fucking funny.
Kind of reminds me of Napoleon Dynamite a little bit right there.
Yes.
Totally.
Yes.
Totally Napoleon. When I saw it, that's what I thought it was at first. It's why I watched it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, the question is, where do the Dallas Cowboys go from here? Are they actually really eliminated? And the answer is no. They're not eliminated right at this stage. But, what's going to happen from here? With a 1% chance, guys, I think it's pretty safe to say I've got a new team.
Ooh.
So
Let's
With
go.
the Broncos.
J-Faz.
All right.
I'm jumping on the bandwagon.
Hey.
Now, wait. Before we go into the reason why I'm going to be Denver Broncos today is because of our competition pool. We are down to still we're another four players in it right now. I need Denver to win today. So this is big for me. So I am betraying the Dallas Cowboys today, and I'm going to go for the Denver Broncos. The Cowboys are done, guys. That's it. It's over. There's nothing more that we can do.
I'm sorry.
As a matter of fact, what they are saying is, looking at their remaining schedule, Dallas has to beat the Carolina Panthers at home this week. They would also need to beat Washington at home to end the season. From there, they will probably need to split with Tampa Bay at home and then Philadelphia on the road. Now, in reality, Dallas can probably take a road loss to Philadelphia just because where they're seated right now. But they do need a lot of help to make the playoffs. Keep in mind that Atlanta, New Orleans, San Francisco are all they all own the head-to-head tiebreakers too. So
right,
and then they would have to lose out, right?
I believe
these other teams
they have to lose out. They can't win one game.
Yeah, what it's saying is while Dallas is not mathematically eliminated, the odds are not in their favors for the Cowboys to make the playoffs. Assuming they could somehow get in as an 8-9 team, they need to root against teams like the Commanders, Falcons, 49ers, and Saints, among so many other things.
Right.
Having won the first meeting with Washington is really huge for us right now, but that's all they have going for them. So, I mean, 1% chance, it's over, guys. It's over. I think we need to come to reality with it. And it'll probably be over after this weekend. So go Broncos. I'm really happy for it. And we're going to go that route today. So good job, Tommy and Eric. Your guys' team has shown me a new light finally. And it took a while. But
okay.
I know, DJ. I know. Who would know? Who would have ever thought this was going to happen? Mortal is wanting to go for the Ravens. Of course, that's who she picked in the competition pool. So, look who's here, everybody. Cheryl.
Who are the Ravens playing?
They are playing. I could tell you here in a second. Ravens. Oh, dear Lord. They are playing the Steelers. At Baltimore, though. It's at Baltimore.
Okay.
I know. KC, I know. I feel so bad right now, but what can I do? What can I do? The show must go on, as they say, right? All right. I'll tell you what then. It does make me feel a little bit weird. I'm gonna go back, guys. I'm feeling a little bit weird, but you never know what could happen. So I'll give it 1% more chance. I still love the Cowboys, though, anyways, guys.
Of course.
We're gonna hope for next year.
Absolutely.
All right. Who was that in here?
I don't know.
Tommy, did you just highlight that person?
I just went to delete them.
Yeah. Fuck that person. I think they're so fucking cool.
I accidentally highlighted it. I was trying to delete them.
Yeah, I saw that real quick. All right, guys. So, what does the chat think about everything besides this Cowboys thing? How are you guys feeling about your teams? I think, as far as Green Bay's got good stuff going for them. Obviously, Detroit's got really good things going for them. Kansas City, again, at the top. I mean, anybody – what else does anybody think here? Wait a second. The Ravens are playing the Giants? Did I miss something?
I was gonna say, man, that's not a good bet. I just shut my mouth. I was like, that's scary. I mean, it's a good bet, but it's scary.
No, absolutely. You know what? My apologies. They are playing the Giants. Absolutely, they are today. Now we're talking the 21st of December. What would that be? Wednesday, I guess, right? Yeah, I guess Christmas Eve. They're going to be playing.
Christmas Eve, yeah.
Okay.
Pittsburgh will, yeah. So okay,
we get spoiled in football.
I know. Let's see. Ravens are playing Giants, and our 16.5-point favorites. Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
Giants. Oh boy. Yeah, they got some problems too, for sure.
Mm.
All right. Yeah. All right. Okay, Mortal. Okay. I'll tell you guys something here. We can real quick just touch on this. The picks are something that's definitely, changing a little bit. It's really making different moves now. So what I could tell you guys is in first place still with our picks, it's going to be the chat again. They got 9 right. They have now moved up to 27. That's a
You're
lot.
kicking ass.
That's good.
Mhm.
Second place, there's a tie. I got 6 right last week. I'm at 118. Guess who's tied with me?
I think I know.
Tommy, you came back big time last week. You got 10 right. You are tied with me at 118. So we are in second place, Tommy.
Okay.
Third place is Janie, not by far. 117. She got 7 right. And then last place is Eric and Co. 6 at 105. Not really fair to Eric because he did a couple weeks past, but you're still not out of it, Eric. If you can really pull, don't forget, we got playoffs. We're going to be doing this all through the Super Bowl. So
hell yeah.
Last week was rough, huh? Shit.
Yeah. Well, you got right last week. You missed
because there were 3 games, honestly, that I went the other way only because. So that's why. So it was a rough week.
I did the same thing. I was doing the same thing. I went with some different picks, trying to just switch it up a little bit, and it didn't work in my favor.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. It's really interesting. What was an upset last week? Let's see here. What do you guys think was a good upset game?
The Bills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bills and the Rams. You're right.
Yeah. That was definitely one.
Yeah. Actually, you know what, guys? I'm sorry. I think I made a mistake here too. I really do need to get my shit together, Mortal. You are right, actually. I did make a mistake. It looks like Seattle did beat Arizona, and thus that brings the chat's correct wins to 10, not 9. I think I missed that one. So they're sitting at 128 now. So they're 10 above us, Tommy, 11 above you, Janie. So it's not out of the picture, but we need them to start losing a little bit too. I think today we'll make that happen. Again, another fun fact, not really a fun fact, but this will be this week starting here, week 15. There are no more buys. All teams will be playing through the rest of the season. So we got through that. It is always a bummer. I know you were pretty bummed last week, Tommy, that your team didn't play, but that's all over with now. And of course, we're starting to get these, different, Wednesdays. It looks like we have some. Christmas Day games too. It's fun.
Well, now for that though, see, we get this long break and then we play because we have Sunday and Thursday. So I don't know if I feel good about that either.
Yeah, that's
with injuries and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
And Thursday's a division game too.
Yep.
So Freedom says whoever
game's ahead.
What an upset! What is that one?
Oh, he doesn't like the Vikings because that's who got him out of the pool.
Vikings did it to me too, Freedom. I feel you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. They played the Falcons, but
yes, it was, Tommy. Thursday night's game was a game of punts. It was like watching punt after punt. All we saw was a few field goals and a lot of punts.
I sometimes like those games, though. I really do.
I stopped watching it in the fourth quarter. I couldn't
stopped watching it.
I did. It was boring.
Freedom almost sprayed out his coffee.
The Flower almost did because of Freedom.
Oh, good morning, Flower. I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. Yeah, Flower almost sprayed out her coffee. I'm out of it today, guys. I'm sorry. Cheryl says, honestly, the only time I watch sports is when Maryland teams like the Ravens and Orioles are on. Well, Cheryl, that's going to be a little bit of a problem. We're going to need you to start thinking about some opening and expanding your mind a little bit with that. But yeah, the Thursday night game, I don't know. I kind of like those games sometimes. They're real low scoring and just seems like a real defensive battle. Who's going to put it through the uprights at the end? Sometimes they're fun too. But yeah, good shootout game. It's both even all the way to the end. Yeah, those are probably the best. All righty. Well, I think we can get into some stuff here. We had you. Yeah, I was up a little late last night. We were discussing the drone.
Hang with the big dogs.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys been watching those drone sightings, but that's kind of weird. Anyways. Yeah. Eric, what are you thinking about the injury report?
I think I'm ready.
All right, Eric, take it away.
All right, let's go. Starting with the Kansas City Chiefs. Wide receiver Hollywood Brown is out with a shoulder. Kicker Harrison Butker is questionable with a left knee injury. That could be huge for them. Cleveland Browns wide receiver Cedric Tillman out with a concussion. Tight end David Njoku questionable with a hamstring. Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver Charlie Jones questionable with a groin injury. Tennessee Titans cornerback Roger McCreary shoulder is questionable. Running back Tony Pollard also questionable with an ankle for them. Washington Commanders wide receiver Noah Brown has a kidney injury and he's out. That's an interesting one. Their kicker is also questionable with a left foot injury, Zane Gonzalez. New Orleans Saints wide receiver Bub Means is out with an ankle, and quarterback Derek Carr with a concussion. It looks like the quarterback Jake Haener will start his first start in the NFL today. So that's interesting. Baltimore Ravens have a couple of safeties out. That name Sesui Kane, hamstring, and Adarius Washington. He has a personal issue. New York Giants have 3 cornerbacks. Andrew Phillips out with a shoulder. Cordell Float with a quadricep. He's doubtful. And Deontay Banks is questionable with a rib. Also, I thought this was an interesting one for them. Quarterback Drew Lock is doubtful for them with a heel and a left elbow injury. Shout out to Drew Lock, who used to play for the Broncos. Dallas Cowboys have a slew of injuries. They have 1, 2, 3 linebackers. Buddy Johnson has an illness. He's questionable. Eric Kendricks has a personal issue. He's questionable. Marvin Overshone has a knee, and he'll be out. They also have 3 cornerbacks out. Trayvon Diggs out. CJ Goodwin, hamstring, he's questionable. And Jordan Lewis, hamstring, questionable. And I could have gone on and on about the Cowboys on that one. They had a lot more. Carolina Panthers running back Raheem Blackshear out with a chest injury, and linebacker Josie Jewell with a hamstring, questionable. New York Jets have a pair of running backs out. Kini Nuagu with a hand injury, and Breece Hall is questionable with a knee injury. Jacksonville Jaguars tight end Evan Ingram is out with a shoulder injury. Miami Dolphins have a couple of wide receivers injured. D. Eskridge, knee, he's out. And Grant Dubose, he's questionable with a shoulder. Houston Texans have a pair of linebackers out. Christian Harris, well, they're questionable, both of them actually. Christian Harris has a calf injury, and Jamal Hill has a knee injury. Like I said, both questionable. Indianapolis Colts have 2 wide receivers out. Ashton Dulin and Josh Downs. Dulin has an ankle. Downs has a shoulder. Also, they got a tight end, questionable with a hip injury, Mo Ali Cox. Denver Broncos only listed 1 injury this week. Cornerback Riley Moss, which is unfortunate for them, but it could be worse. Buffalo Bills have a couple of tight ends out. Dalton Kincaid with a knee. Quentin Morris has a shoulder and a groin injury. He's questionable. Also, safety Damar Hamlin is questionable with a back and rib injury. Detroit Lions linebacker Trevor Nowosky out with a concussion. Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver George Pickens out with a hamstring. Philadelphia Eagles has a pair of wide receivers out. Britton Covey with a neck. And Johnny Wilson has an illness, so he's questionable. New England Patriots wide receiver Javon Baker, concussion out. Arizona Cardinals running back Imari DiMiccardo out with a back injury. I probably butchered that name. But also the Arizona Cardinals punter is out. Blake Gilkin has a right foot injury. Tampa Bay Buccaneers have 3 safeties out, or 2 out, 1 questionable. Mike Edwards with a hamstring out. Anthony Winfield with a knee injury out. And Christian Eisen with a groin injury. He's the questionable one. They also got a running back, Bucky Irving. He has a back and hip injury. He is questionable. Los Angeles Chargers wide receiver Jalen Reagor has a finger, and he'll be out. Tight end Will Disley, shoulder out. And wide receiver Ladd McConkey, he has a knee and a shoulder injury, and he'll be questionable. Green Bay Packers have a pair of cornerbacks out, Jair Alexander and Corey Ballentine. Both have knee injuries. And tight end Luke Musgrave also has an ankle injury. Well, not also. He has one, and he's out. Seattle Seahawks tight end Brady Wilson will be out with a foot injury. Running back Kenneth Walker III, calf injury. He is doubtful. And they also have a pair of safeties, both out. Kayvon Wallace with an ankle and Jarek Reed with a quadricep. Chicago Bears, a pair of running backs out. Roshan Johnson has a concussion. And DeAndre Swift, he's questionable with a groin, actually. Minnesota Vikings quarterback Stephon Gilmore, questionable with a hamstring. Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Casey Washington out with a concussion. And last, defensive end Max Crosby for the Las Vegas Raiders will be out for the season. He needs ankle surgery. That's a huge blow to the Raiders, but they still haven't had the greatest season. But still, cornerback Webb Cook, doubtful. And their quarterback, Adrian O'Connell, with a knee injury, he's questionable. So the Raiders, man, just having some issues. And that concludes my injury report. Thank you guys so much.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Eric. So, yeah, they're really stacking up now, these injuries, huh?
Man, yeah, this time of season, this time in the season, it's bad with injuries.
Yeah, before we move forward to Janie's reports here, I mean, we heard what's going on with the Cardinals. Casey, are you a little bit nervous about your pick now? Just curious. And while we're waiting on Casey, I think Tommy and Eric, maybe you guys can let Mortal know why the Broncos should definitely prevail today and why the Baltimore Ravens are probably going to go down.
Well, the Broncos have to. Well, they have to, but they have to win at least 2 of these 4 games. And the Colts are probably one of those teams that are easier to beat because 2 of those 4 games are division games. We have the Chargers and the Chiefs on those 2. And then the Bengals, I think, are a better team than the Colts are.
And they're both away games, too. Yeah, this, I think, is going to be their easier game to win.
Yeah, I'm hoping so anyways. We'll see what happens, guys. All right, Janie, are you about ready?
Let's do this.
All right. Everybody, it's time for Janie's fun and NFL football news. All right, Janie, go ahead and take that away.
Okay. Thanks again, J-Faz and Eric. So, man, we are really getting down to it in the 24-25 NFL season. It's week 15 already. And with only 18 weeks in the regular season, that means this season is coming down to the wire, and playoff football is just around the corner. This is the time of the season where the excitement is palpable, with the fans, coaches, and players all being filled with hopes of finally claiming that ultimate victory and being able to say we are Super Bowl champs. A few teams have clinched their playoff spot, while others are still in the hunt. So let's take a look at some of our favorite teams and see where they stand in the race and what needs to happen for their best outcome. Beginning with our very own Denver Broncos, who are definitely still giving it their all. While sitting at 8-5 on the season and third in the AFC West, the Broncos spent the week enjoying their much-deserved and needed bye week after an exciting victory over the Browns on Monday night in Week 13. They improved to 8-5 record and are on a 3-game winning streak while sitting comfortably as the 7th seed in the AFC. The Ravens and Colts were also on their bye week, and not much else happened this week to change the outlook for the rest of the AFC playoff contenders. The one notable change was the Chargers, losing to the Chiefs, which dropped them to an 8-5 record, meaning that all three of the AFC wildcard teams are tied at 8-5 with 4 games left to go on the schedule. That begins today, where the Broncos have a must-win game against the Colts. Now, I'm not sure about the clinching scenarios, but I do know that a victory against the Colts should all but lock up a wild card spot for the Broncos. So hopefully they come out of the bye well rested and ready to play. After practice on Wednesday, Bronco rookie quarterback Bo Nix was asked if he's told his players to lock in coming out of the bye. Nix replied with, "The good thing is we have a locked-in team already. They kind of have already brought the focus. We had a great day of practice today. Everybody's into it. Everybody's excited to make this run here for the last 4 games. I think that's a good sign of a good team when you have that edge to you. You don't really need guys telling you to lock it in. You just kind of have that mindset. We are a very mature, focused, and competitive team right now." Speaking of this impressive young man, Bo Nix is currently leading the NFL in torching NFL defenses when a coverage gets busted. Rookies aren't supposed to be able to do this. Case in point is where the other rookies rank. Both Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels are tied in the middle of the pack, with Drake May near the bottom of the list. Nix is out there playing like a veteran, and it's beginning to show up in advanced metrics like those. This is an area that the great NFL quarterbacks excel in, and for right now, Bo Nix is leading the pack, which is good to hear, knowing that today's game will have a huge playoff implication. Denver has a 91% chance of reaching the postseason with a win today, a number that will drop to 51% with a loss. The Colts have a 51% or a 6% scenario, depending on if they win or lose. It's not a playoff game, but it's pretty close to it. So buckle up, Bronco fans. They should be rested and ready following their big 41-32 victory in Week 13 against the Browns, and then a week of relaxation to prepare for their final stretch. The Broncos will then go on to face the Chargers on the road in Week 16, the Bengals in Week 17, and finally, they'll host the Kansas City Chiefs in Week 18, who they only lost to in a failed field goal attempt earlier this season. As for today's matchup, I'll pick Denver in this one. Games are often won or lost in the trenches, and I think Denver is better up front than what the Colts have been. If the Colts struggle to pressure Bo Nix and aren't able to give Anthony Richardson steady time or get the run game going consistently, that's a lot to have to overcome. Anything can happen in an NFL football season, and we're here for it. JFaz, can we take a look at some of the plays that brought the Broncos to this point, please?
Absolutely.
Was so good last year in the red zone. Nix evades the set. Nix the fake. Another fake, and he spins. Longest pass play of the day. Direct snap here, and some trickery. Nix taking a shot. Deep down the field. It is caught.
Behind Michael Burton. He takes the pitch towards the wide side of the field and is in trouble, but he got there.
Nix delivers. End zone.
Play action. Minshew looking, throws, intercepted by Surtain, going all the way for a Denver touchdown.
Nix looking for Sutton in the end zone, and it is
2nd and 10. Look out. And is that going to be? There's no whistle yet. And Barton.
Couple tight ends in this set. Nix shows off the arm strength and a one-handed grab.
They got a reverse play. Sutton with a throwback pass. Caught at the goal line.
Yeah, awesome. That's very cool.
Yeah, that Patrick Surtain, man, he's a good all-around player. He's been good for them, too.
I agree.
All right, on to the Lions. 10 days ago, Thursday Night Football brought out one of the best games of the NFL season. It was Week 14, and the Detroit Lions and Green Bay Packers played a very competitive and entertaining matchup. In a game that featured several second-half lead changes, it came down to which team had the ball last, and that was the Lions. Detroit improved to 12-1 in a thrilling 34-31 victory over the visiting Packers. Jake Bates once again sealed the deal with a game-winning 35-yard field goal as the clock hit 0 in the fourth quarter. Now, that play was set up 2 calls earlier when a gutsy Dan Campbell and Jared Goff elected to go for it on a 4th down instead of kicking a field goal and giving the Packers a little time to try and match. That game clinched their playoff spot, but their final 4 games are no stroll in the park and will determine the seed. The Lions have been playing very good situational football on both sides of the ball, even with a plethora of defensive injuries with their strongest talent. Many of us fans are hoping that their mini bye week helped prepare them for their upcoming game today against the Buffalo Bills, who are at 11-2 for the season. This is a highly anticipated game with the Bills, who also secured their playoff spot in Week 13's divisional victory over the 49ers in a snow-covered stadium. Quarterback Josh Allen was composed in his thinking and physical when it was needed, which is something that comes natural to him. Week 15 brings us an epic battle of 2 Rust Belt powerhouses that have dramatically risen into prominence and the NFL spotlight. The Buffalo Bills at 10-3 and the Detroit Lions at 12-1 are each fighting for the top seed in their respective conferences. Buffalo's chances took a big hit when they lost in a shootout to the Rams. And now they need to win out if they want any chance at getting the 1 seed in the AFC. Detroit, however, is in control of their destiny, sitting at the top of the NFC with a 1-game lead. Both teams have planted their flags as Super Bowl contenders, and NFL fans are likely in for a Super Bowl preview as today's game currently sits as the second best odds for a Super Bowl matchup. Buffalo's run defense was run out of LA in Week 14, and you can bet Detroit took notice. For the Bills defense to stand a chance at slowing down the Lions' high-powered offensive arsenal, they first need to contain their run game. If Buffalo's unable to provide some resistance in this department, we might see another game in the 40s. The Lions' rushing attack is a force to be reckoned with on all levels. What's even more scary is that they excel at creating explosive plays. The complementary styles of Gibbs and Montgomery, also known as Sonic and Knuckles, allows Detroit to field a complete rushing attack. Gibbs' elite speed and elusiveness make him a constant big play threat, while Montgomery's power and efficiency shine in short yardage situations. Together, they lead all running back duos in missed tackles forced over the last 2 seasons at 251. Buffalo's defense has been a leader in running the 4-2-5 defense. The Bills adapted to today's NFL and leads the way in bringing an extra defensive back on the field that can be an asset when defending the pass. But the 4-man front the Bills deploy on 80% of their snaps has struggled to handle physical rushing attacks, as seen in last week's game against the Rams. Los Angeles used misdirection and exposed Buffalo's inability to shed blocks and wrap up tackles, which will be problematic against a Lions team that forces missed tackles at an elite rate. The Lions announced earlier in the week that they are making special preparations for their matchup today, starting by wearing the fan favorite black and blue uniforms. But the blackout will extend to Ford Field as well. The Lions are going all in on the Motor City Muscle look and turning the stadium black for the Week 15 clash. The team released a video on its official social media account about the work being done on the field. It includes a black outline around the words Lions in the end zone and a black Lions logo in the midfield. The fresh paint was received with a ton of optimism by the fans. The team embracing a new look in a new era of Lions football is fitting. Detroit is the best team in the NFL and the Super Bowl favorite. Now their home field will look as intimidating as the team itself. J-Faz, can we take a look at some of the plays that got Detroit to this point?
Yes, we can.
Goal from the one. It is Montgomery. It is a Detroit Lion overtime win.
Going to elevate them, and we trust them.
It's a fake over the middle, and it's caught. Sione Baki.
Trailing here as Goff hits St. Brown, who flips it to Jahmyr Gibbs. And Gibbs is in the end zone for a Lions touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown's going to throw it back to Goff. Who had that on the bingo card?
Get into that in a second. Oh, here's a little trickery. St. Brown back to Goff. Flea flickers, got Laporta wide open towards the end zone. Diving.
Off the right. Here's Gibbs. Good run. Best run. Good move. There he goes. Needs a block. He's in. Raymond from the 10-yard line. Raymond has one terrific return already today. Khalif Raymond. Goodbye.
Love, it's picked up. Now rolling out for the first time, and he throws an interception all the way down and scoring for the Lions. It's Joseph.
Yes. Very nice.
Pretty nice.
I think we also have an interesting clip of today's matchup between the Bills and the Lions coaches.
Yep.
Where others have failed, what gives you the confidence in knowing you're the one capable of bringing this franchise back to relevance?
I'm going to build this culture to develop a standard of winning from the ground up, brick by brick, step by step. I know what that looks like, smells like, and tastes like. And when that time comes, we're going to win.
This place has been kicked, battered, bruised. You've had enough of that. This team is going to take on the identity of this city. And when you punch us back, we're going to smile at you. And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off, take your other kneecap, and then it's going to take 3 shots to get us down. Before long, we're going to be the last one standing.
Drama in the Motor City.
The big bad Buffalo Bills are coming to town.
This Detroit team has just got something about it. You could feel it.
Here we go. He's got that one sensational. That's what I'm talking about.
You might have a Super Bowl preview in Detroit.
And And I couldn't agree much more than that, neither. Absolutely. And Tommy, you're right. I think everybody's feeling this.
Yes. Yeah. I'm definitely feeling it. And we have to finish it up with that video to take a look at the preparations that the Lions have taken for this big game here.
Yeah, so this is we thought this was interesting. With them painting the field. You usually don't see behind the scenes like this. This is kind of neat. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought that was
That is fucking cool.
It's like a Black Panther now,
I like it, dude. I think it's It's
awesome. I do too.
Awesome.
All right. So for the rest of the NFL, we obviously have some serious games ahead with aspirations of the playoffs dancing in the heads of these teams and their fans. The LA Rams went on the road and notched a 12-6 victory over the 49ers to kick off the league's Week 15 action. It resumes today with 13 games and will conclude with a pair of Monday night matchups. The playoff landscape has the potential to change, so it will be interesting to see what developments occur prior to Week 16. In the AFC South, the Texans can clinch their spot if they beat the Dolphins and the Colts lose to the Broncos. The Steelers will clinch a playoff berth if they beat the Eagles and the Dolphins and the Colts both lose. The Vikings can clinch a playoff berth if they win over the Bears and also if the Seahawks lose to the Packers. The Eagles can clinch the NFC East title if they beat the Steelers and the Commanders either lose or tie against the Saints. Philadelphia would also clinch the division with a tie and a Washington loss. The top 7 teams in the AFC will go on to make the playoffs. The Texans, Ravens, Chargers, and Broncos may all be at 8-5, but it doesn't feel like that any of those teams are in danger of falling out of the playoffs. The Colts, Dolphins, and Bengals are the only teams that could still push their way in, and they each feel unlikely to do so. The Colts have a challenge road matchup against the Broncos today, and a loss would greatly hurt their playoff chances. At that point, their light remaining schedule may not matter. That's against the Titans, Giants, and Jaguars. So today is their toughest game. Miami could fall further out of the mix with a loss at Houston this week, while Cincinnati may not have enough time left to make up ground. So don't expect any huge AFC shakeups. Before a Week 14 bye, Washington snapped its 3-game losing streak with a critical home win over Tennessee. Now the Commanders return to action with a favorable road matchup against the Saints. Although Washington still has 2 tougher games against Philadelphia in Week 16 and Atlanta in Week 17, both of those games are at home. Then the Commanders close out the regular season in Dallas in Week 18. The prediction here is that Washington will finish strong enough to get back to the playoffs for the first time since the 2020 season. Although the Seahawks currently lead the NFC West, that may not be the case for long. The surging Rams continue to roll, and they should continue that in Week 15 when they're on the road to face the struggling Jets. And finally, a Week 18 showdown between the Seahawks and Rams in Los Angeles could decide the NFC West champion. But if the Rams keep playing as well as they have been, they could be difficult to stop. And that's my playoff update for Week 15 of the 2024-25 NFL season. And of course, we can't do a show without a clip or two from our favorite furry friend, Coco.
All right, guys. Speaking of predictions, let's take a look backwards at last Thursday night's game.
Coco.
We're back with Week 15 football predictions. Coco. Thursday night football is here. We got the Rams versus the 49ers. It's going to be a good game. They're both doing horrible in the division, but the Seahawks are not too good. So there's hope for both of these teams, especially the 49ers once they get healthy this year. Or if they even get healthy. Coco. Who is winning this game? Are you ready? The Rams or the 49ers? Ready. Set. Go.
Oof.
The Rams are beating the 49ers in San Francisco, Coco. That's your pick, right?
Coco got it correct, guys. Look, he gave up this bump.
Oh, I love Coco.
That's pretty stinking cute. All right. And then, of course, we wanted to showcase one more for an upcoming game this week, which is a very important game.
Yes.
So here we go.
Coco. Next game. We got the Colts versus the Broncos in Denver. Who is winning this game? Are you ready? Set. Go.
I don't like Coco anymore.
I know
Coco,
right?
Go away.
He's normally wrong.
Pretty stinking cute, that dog.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we've seen him get 2 right from all these that we've done so far. So that's good. Maybe 3. We'll see. But I hope Broncos.
Well, maybe that's actually a good sign because he gets them all wrong, or most of them wrong.
You're absolutely right. That's what I
He
thought.
does. He does.
Judd says Coco's record is awful, and you are correct.
It is. It's terrible. And then you notice that he'll go to the first one and he's wrong, right? Because it's the first one that he picks. Then he goes to the second one and stays there longer. So it's bizarre.
And Tommy 111 says looks like the Broncos are going to win. Yeah, I think you're right based on his prediction. All right, guys, let's move right into our picks for this week. And remember, we're getting down to the wire, so these are important now. First
I don't
off,
even want to play anymore.
you want me to? I'm going to go ahead and delete you.
I'm taking my ball and I'm going home.
So we've got the Dallas Cowboys at the Carolina Panthers. I will be taking Dallas.
I'll take Carolina.
Okay.
Who is it? Dallas and who?
Carolina.
Oh, the Panthers. Yeah. You know what? I think I'm going to take Dallas on that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna take Carolina.
Carolina for
Tommy waits till I make my pick and then goes against me.
It's you and JFAS both that I'm trying to.
Well, it looks like the chat has Cowboys.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
Cowboys. Yeah.
All right. Very good. Okay. Next up, we have the Kansas City Chiefs at the Cleveland Browns.
Chiefs.
I'm going to take the Browns.
I'm going to take Kansas.
Yeah, I'm going to take Kansas.
Yeah, I'm taking Kansas City.
I don't care what's going on. I will never pick the Chiefs.
That's why you're so far down.
Exactly.
I think it's safe to say the chat wants Kansas too.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, chat does want Kansas.
How about the Miami Dolphins laces out versus Houston Texans?
Oh,
I need Miami to win so bad.
I want Miami to win so bad.
I'm gonna go Texans.
I'll go Miami.
I'll also go Miami.
I am taking Houston. And what does chat want?
All right, we split it.
Texans. Dolphins. Looks like they're Texans.
Yeah.
Texans.
Okay. New York Jets at Jacksonville.
I'm going to go with the Jags.
Really? Okay. I'm going
They
Jets.
take a Jets on that one.
Yeah, Jags. They don't have. Well, maybe I don't know. I'm still going Jets.
All right. Eric?
Chat's going Jets.
Jets.
Okay. Janie's the only one, but that might be good for her. Okay. How about the red hot Washington Commanders versus the New Orleans Saints?
They're going to win by a million.
The Commanders.
They're going to win by at least 10 points. I'm going Commanders. They don't have no quarterback again.
I'm going to take New Orleans. Actually,
they have no quarterback, bud.
I have to make a move here, and I think this is good. It's probably wrong.
No, it's a good move. I like it.
Tommy.
Hey, I went with the Jags.
Who do you
Chat
want,
is
Janie?
unanimous for the Commanders.
All right, who does Janie want?
Commanders, you said.
What? Oh, come on.
All right, and then who does Eric want?
Commanders as well.
Commanders.
So I'm the oddball one on that one. All right. Baltimore at New York Giants. Oh, please let the Giants win.
Baltimore.
I'm going with Baltimore.
Yeah, I think everybody is.
Yes, sir, Baltimore.
I mean, this is $640, guys. I mean, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
All right. And then we have the Cincinnati Bengals at the Tennessee Titans. I'm going to go Cincinnati.
I'm going to go Bengals.
Yeah, I think so too. Bengals.
I'll take just to be different, I'll take the Titans on that one.
That's not a bad. I was thinking about going there, man.
All right, so Eric's the only one, and then chat wants. Who does the chat want?
Ravens. Titans. Bengals.
no.
Bengals. Bungholes.
Yeah, I think Bungholes.
Looks like the Bengals barely got it, but the chat was pretty split on that one.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Started out.
All right, how about the New England Patriots at the Arizona Cardinals?
Cardinals.
I'm going to take the
Yeah,
Cards.
I'll take the Cards. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a scary game, though.
Yeah, that could be one.
It will be.
So now we
Be a
have
different one.
cards. Yeah. Oh, wait a second. Pats all day. Yeah, I still think the Cards have them, don't they? Yeah.
Yeah, it's Cards.
All right.
Too.
Buffalo Bills at Detroit Lions.
Ooh.
Game of the week.
I'm going
guys.
Lions.
I'm sorry, Janie, but I'm going to go Buffalo.
I got to go Buffalo on this one.
I know.
That's scary, though. You know what? They did me dirty. Both them dogs did me dirty.
Yeah, that's dirty.
Week to week, fuckers.
Dirty
but that's
one.
going to be a good game. That's going to be a good game.
And
The
Janie,
chat has the Bills.
Look at all these people taking the fucking Bills.
all right.
I'm the only one up here going for the Lions. You guys all change yours to the Broncos. I'm the only Lions up here. I have to put enthusiasm into
All right,
my
I'll tell you
Lions
what, we move
talk
on to the
because
next
I'm the
one.
only one. Yeah, move on to the next one because you're gonna be upset with this one.
I'll take
All right.
I'll take the Lions on that one.
All right, so yeah, I got Eric and Janie down for the Lions. That's correct. How
I'm
about
just scared of the wrath. That's all.
I know. How about Tampa Bay at LA Chargers? Now, everybody, this one's kind of a difficult one too to pick.
Who is it? I didn't hear you.
Tampa at the Chargers.
Tampa at the Chargers.
Who at the Chargers?
Tampa Bay, the Buccaneers.
Yeah, he kept
Oh.
cutting out right when he was saying it. It was happening to me too.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on here.
God, that's a hard game. I need Tampa Bay to win. I need them to win. So I'm going Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I'm also going Tampa Bay.
Janie.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Tampa Bay too.
All right, I'm
So
gonna
glad
go
you picked it.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
Good pick. I think the Chargers are probably going to win, but man,
I thought about it.
All right. Oh, it looks like the chat really sinking Tampa as well for the majority.
Tampa by 1.
That's good news.
Yeah.
Oh, now killing time.
The Chargers.
Killing time solidified. All right. Pittsburgh Steelers at the Philadelphia Eagles. That could be a good game too, guys.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. Yeah. I'm going to go. What were you going to say, Tommy?
I think I'm going to take the Eagles.
That's who I was going to say was the Eagles, but I thought you were going to say the Steelers.
Well, I hate Russell Wilson, so I
All right. JD?
Yeah, I'm going with the Eagles. I am going with the Eagles. Ooh,
I'm going with the Steelers.
Here too. Eagles.
Chat's tied.
I'm going to go with the Steelers as well.
Steelers. Yeah, total tie in the chat.
Chat's tied?
Yep.
Oh, Eagles. Casey came in with the Eagles.
Eagles by 1.
All right.
Yep.
Go.
Okay.
Scary.
Next, we have the Green Bay Packers at the Seattle Seahawks. I mean, it's Green Bay on this one for me.
Green Bay for me.
Yeah, I have to say Green
I'm going to go Green Bay too, yeah.
I'm gonna let Sugar Bean choose it for the chat.
Well, she's definitely.
Are you gonna?
Yeah, it looks like the Pack wants it.
Looks like the chat wants Packers anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. Oh boy, look who's up next. All right.
The Bears are who we thought they were. That's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Well, are they going to be off the hook? The Chicago Bears at the Minnesota Vikings. Oof.
Oh, that's easy. Vikings.
It's an easy pick. That's a tough one for the Bears at this point of the season.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody pretty
Vikings.
Vikings for everybody, including chat.
Yeah.
Looks like it.
We got one go Bears go, and we know who that is.
All right. And then we have all right. Then we have the Atlanta Falcons at the Las Vegas Raiders.
Falcons.
Falcons.
The Raiders lost their QB and their best defensive player. Yeah.
And they lost their mojo a long time ago.
But they lost their QB for their maybe better QB. They're still going to lose.
It looks like the chat's pretty in tune to the Falcons here. Okay. And then we have what's today? Today's all right. So then we have looks like on Wednesday, then the 21st, we have the no, I'm sorry. What day is the 19th?
Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
We have the Cleveland Browns at the Cincinnati Bengals.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's what it says.
I thought it's the Broncos.
No, it's the Broncos and the Chargers on Thursday night. Remember, they changed it for week 16. Week 16.
Yeah, I promise you the Broncos are playing Thursday.
Thursday night is week 16 being kicked off by the Broncos and Chargers.
I've been looking at tickets and they're selling them, man. They wouldn't do it if it. That's how I knew last week was wrong because of that app.
Let me just take a look at one thing real quick, guys. I'm sorry.
Unless they have two games, I don't know.
No, it's Thursday night. Week 16 kicks off with the Broncos and Chargers.
We had this problem last week. We thought about this.
Yeah, but we figured it out.
Well, let's make sure.
It is Thursday night.
All right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. The Chargers at the Broncos, 6:15 on Prime Video.
Vice versa. The Broncos at the Chargers, but yeah.
Yes, Broncos at Chargers.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Broncos at Chargers. Then we have all right, let me see here. We had Saturday, the Houston Texans at the Kansas City Chiefs, and then we have Saturday, Pittsburgh. Okay, so what happened to the Cleveland Cincinnati game then? Where's that one at?
Let's just pick it just in case.
All right, yeah, let's just do that just in case. All right, first off, Cleveland at Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
I'll take Cleveland on that
I'll
one.
go Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm going to go Cleveland as well. But Tommy, you want Cincinnati?
I do.
Okay. What does chat want on that one if they play?
Bengals, Cleveland. Looks like Bengals.
Bengals? Okay.
Yeah, Bengals.
All right. And then now we have this new flex one here. So it's going to be Denver, the LA Chargers. Okay, so flex game, we're going to go with.
I'm taking Denver.
Yeah, I'm going to have
Hell
to.
yeah, pick a Denver. Looks like the chat's also picking Denver. No, except for Sparky.
Loving the chick because Sparky mad at me. That's all right. I only don't like Russell Wilson. I actually don't not like the Steelers. I just don't like Russell Wilson.
I don't either. I feel you.
It's the Chargers that they're playing in that game, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So is everybody taking Denver?
Couple people
Except for Sparky and KC.
But
Yeah, but the majority, it looks like, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, and then we have then on the 21st, which is Saturday. That's going to be the Houston Texans at the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to take Kansas.
I'm going to take Texans.
I'm going to
Let's
take
go
the
Texans.
Who are you taking, JD?
Texans.
And chat? I'm going to take Kansas, by the way.
Chiefs. Chat's got Chiefs.
Okay.
Chad just made a mistake.
Finally.
I will never take the Chiefs, Rip. It will never happen, bro.
Finally, next Saturday. We really could have picked these. No, we had to do this today. Pittsburgh Steelers at Baltimore Ravens, another tough one.
Ooh.
I'm going to go Baltimore, I think, on that one.
Ravens.
Yeah, I'm going to go Ravens.
I'll go Steelers on that one. Just to be different.
Okay. And what is chat thinking on this one?
Looks like Steelers so far.
Steelers.
Oh, well, now it's not.
Steelers, Ravens, Steelers. Oh.
I think it's shit. Somebody got to do the math. I think it's tied. I don't.
We got Ravens.
Tied.
1, 2, 3.
Steelers have 5. Baltimore has 4.
Yeah.
Oh, no, never mind. You're right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
There it is.
Ooh,
Steelers.
take Steelers.
Oh well, he already bet though. But whatever, it would be 4-3, I guess.
So that's cool. We got our picks in. Anybody have any last things? Chat? Anything?
Go Lions.
Yep.
Yes, go Lions and go Broncos today.
Should be a great game. Before we leave, guys, I just wanted to let everybody know next Sunday is our Christmas edition show, not to be missed, and we'll should have some holiday cheer that one. So, everybody, thank you. Enjoy the games.
See you guys.
See you, Tommy.
Have a great day.
All right, Kate. Eric, thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next week on Fourth and Go, guys. Take care.